Today we're going to make macaroon cornflake cookies. And what I started with was 2 egg whites, and I beat them up ahead of time. You want them to have a real strong peak to them. And it took me about a minute on a high-speed hand mixer. So I'm just going to whip them just for a second or two again to show you the peaks. And they look like this, as you can see. And next I'm going to add a cup of granulated sugar to my egg whites. I'm going to put that on low just to mix it. And then I'm going to put a half a teaspoon of vanilla into that mixture. And now this time turn up your mixer so that your egg whites and your vanilla and your granulated sugar have all come together. And that takes you only about a minute to a minute and a half. And they're going to look like this. Next, what you're going to do is I'm going to take a bowl and pour all my meringue mixture into it. And I'm going to put 1 cup of coconut. Now the rest is going to be mixed and folded by hand. You don't need your mixer at all. You just want to fold the coconut into the meringue. Next, you're going to take 2 cups of regular cornflakes, whatever brand that you want to use. And again, just fold your mixture because you don't want the cornflakes to break up into little pieces. You want to keep them as whole as possible. And then it starts to look like this once you start folding the cornflakes into the meringue. Next, you're going to use a half a cup of whatever nuts that you'd like. I'm using crushed almonds today, but you can use walnuts, you can use peanuts, you can use whatever nut that you prefer. And again, just fold the mixture so that you don't break up your cornflakes. But you want to make sure that the meringue mixture is well combined with your cornflakes. So go over it a couple times with your spatula to make sure it's well blended. Now you're going to put your oven at 400 degrees for this cookie. And on placing them, I went ahead and I took a oil spray and sprayed my pan. And I'm using a tablespoon size cookie like this. And I usually get about 15 on a tray. You don't have to be real fussy with them. Just put them down onto the tray. And again, they're about the size of a tablespoon. And I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. What's great about this cookie is that it's inexpensive to make. It can be fun for the kids to make it or help you make it. This is a recipe that actually my mother made for me when I was a kid, and it is delicious. It really is. What you're going to do though, you're going to bake it at 400 degrees anywhere from 9 to 10 minutes. It's really up to you how brown you want them to look. If you want them to be a little bit lighter of a macaroon, then try 9 minutes in the oven. If you prefer a little browner macaroon, then go for 10. And I have them almost placed on my baking tray. And this recipe yields me about 22 large-size cookies. Now, if you want to use a teaspoon size, you're probably going to yield about 36 macaroon cookies, but the large was 22. Now, after baking them, and I went ahead and did that, I want to show you how very pretty these macaroons came out. They're light, they're fluffy, there's no fat in them. You're using egg whites and coconut and nuts. What a great cookie, what a great tasting cookie. I hope you like these cookies, and if you do, please subscribe to my channel.